So I haven't did one of these videos in a long time. Because everything's crazy, ain't it? So I got this idea today. Because I had today off. Not really a day off. Mandatory day off. And I was really stressed about a lot of stuff at work right now, and so I really love cooking. I love doing it. I love doing it as a job. I love the fact I've had so many different kinds of cooking jobs. I love working in the kitchen, all that stuff. But my job right now is weighing on me in a number of ways that's wanting to drive me, those feelings are wanting to drive me to not like the thing that I love doing every single day, and that's cooking. I mean, I like doing it when I come home a lot of times. I like doing it on the weekend, my days off and everything else. If I had time in the morning, I'd probably cook every morning if I could. I just can't get up that early. So I decided to do something. And I thought about doing this as a separate web show, but it would end up being like the same background and everything else, so nothing fancy. So I decided to do part of Living My Gimmick, because Living My Gimmick is about everything about my life. It's basically like a vlog. Well, it is a vlog, but you meant like a journal vlog. And I need to talk about the things about cooking and doing it that I love, because I'm not going to let, as Margaret Atwood said, don't let the bastards grind you down. I'm not going to let some assholes make me feel bad about something I love. So I'm going to tell stories about it, and hopefully people will enjoy these stories, my life, as I went through life deciding to be a cook. So one of the things that I think people kind of like, when you do anything and you find like the thing that you love doing as a craft or as a job or whatever, people always think you always did this as a kid, or you were doing this when you were a toddler, or you always had this desire to do it. I never wanted to be a cook when I was little. I liked watching cooking shows, but I always liked shows that were about stuff that I couldn't do. I never was one of those kids that cooked at the time. My mom cooked. Like, we weren't some latchkey kids that didn't get dinner, and like, we got meals. We cooked. We were poor, but we got we got cooked meals for us. We didn't get spoiled on a bunch of sweets or anything like that. I mean, we had candy and stuff, but you know what I mean. But I was never at my mom's side cooking or anything like that. I was mainly too lazy to do it, because cooking's work, as everybody knows that cooks. Now, a lot of people's finding out being quarantined that cooking is work. So I never was like into cooking. I'll talk about my first cooking job. Not actually my first restaurant job, so I'll throw this in here. My first restaurant job was for Pizza Hut, but it wasn't cooking for Pizza Hut or even working as a Pizza Hut employee. My job was coming in at the middle of the night and all the area employees and helping out my friend Dwayne, who got in the contract to shout out Dwayne, to do reupholstery on all the Pizza Hut's booths. Those red booths they used to have. I think mean Pizza Huts now that would sit sitting areas, I don't think. But like, they had the red booths in there, and like, they were bad, and this guy owned basically all the Pizza Huts in the area, franchises. So we, at night after closing, me and Dwayne would go in and work on reupholstering, which is hard work, reupholstering. Plus, man, when you pull something that's been there for 20 years and you pull that crap off and it's disintegrating, needed a respirator then. So that was our first job, and Dwayne would make us pizzas every night, and we would eat those because Dwayne actually worked at Pizza Hut. That's how he got the contract to do it. He told the guy he could do it. But so that was cool. And an interesting story from that was the owner of the restaurant one time told us, he's like, if anybody tries to break in and rob them, I want you to fight them off. And we were like, sir. We'll make them extra large pizza to go. You know, I ain't fighting somebody off for minimum wage. Screw that. Yeah, it's one of my first things, like, of encountering people and being like, you know what, fuck you. I don't make enough to risk my life. So, you know, kind of going to work now for shit money, right? But so, yeah, helps pay the bills, I guess. But well, this video is already 5 minutes, so the next time I'll tell you my first actual restaurant job of cooking in a way. And hopefully this will get me into doing these more and stuff like that. But it's really interesting. I love cooking, and I'm doing a cookbook. It was supposed to be part of this year to build up to the season 2, and the first real proper season of the Real Trees was supposed to be a cookbook. It was an anchor themed cookbook, but it's on delay. Like all the other projects, it was supposed to leave up to that until, like all our projects this year was supposed to lead up to that. That's why I worked my ass off and had other people that was working their ass off to get stuff done so we could have it to go this year. But what can you do? It's a pandemic, people. That word doesn't sound boring, does it? Because it's not serious. So, like, that stuff's on hold until maybe we get back to normal. Who knows? So, I don't know. So, hopefully people will like these, and we can... And if you got any questions down below, nobody ever leaves me comments except for, like, spam bots. But I enjoy you, spam bots. I appreciate your support. But what was your first cooking job? And have you ever had a cooking job? Have you ever worked in a restaurant and stuff like that? And everybody have a good, crazy world day, which is every day.